Today I am doing a updated 2024 presidential election prediction based on the current odds right now on the Polymarket website of who people think are going to win each respective state. So I'm going to start off by going through all the safe states between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, and I'm going to do this a little quickly, going from the western part of the country to the eastern part. According to the website right now, all the states on the West Coast are all projected to be safe for Democratic candidate Kamala Harris. Trump is safe to win all of these states throughout the middle of the country, except for Nebraska's 2nd District, which I'll be coming back to. Colorado is pretty much safe for Harris, New Mexico as well. Trump is safe in Alaska, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, all throughout the rest of the country, these states. And I'm also going to just do the eastern coast states right now and get into the toss-up states that we have at this time. Maine is also like that. Illinois. Okay. And also on this map, Minnesota is likely blue. Virginia is likely blue. Whereas Texas is likely red. Florida is likely red. And Iowa and Ohio are close, but probably about likely red as well. Except in this one, Kamala Harris is very likely to win the 2nd District in Nebraska, and Trump is very likely to win the 2nd District in Maine. So that's where things stand right now. Now we go on to the map itself with the Polymarket odds. First things first, real quick, we're going to check on North Carolina, 60-40. Trump is leading in that state. So Polymarket has Trump winning North Carolina in a lead and a lean margin. That's 235 for Trump, 226 for Harris. Now we're going to do the state of Georgia in the 16 electoral votes. Trump is at 59-41 right now in the Polymarket odds. So assign Donald Trump to Georgia in the lean column. Trump is now at 251 electoral votes. The state of Nevada in its 6 electoral votes, Trump is up 54-46. So we'll assign Nevada's 6 electoral votes to Donald Trump. Next, we go to the state of Arizona. A recent one that just flipped today was Harris's very narrow lead for the last few days. Now Arizona is now 53-47 for Donald Trump. So we'll give Arizona's 11 electoral votes for Donald Trump. And now we look at the state of Pennsylvania, which there's a reason why right now Donald Trump has retaken the odds to win the presidential race. And that's because the Polymarket odds now narrowly have Donald Trump beating Kamala Harris in Pennsylvania and its 19 electoral votes, flipping this state, giving it to Trump in the odds. That gets Trump over 270 at 287. This happened earlier yesterday that the state flipped to Trump over Harris in the Polymarket odds. And lastly, while we're finishing out the map, Wisconsin's 10 is 56-44 in favor of Harris, getting closer, but Harris still has a lead margin there. In the state of Michigan, 61-39, also the margins are going down a bit, but Harris is leading right now in that state. So right now the Polymarket odds map has Donald Trump getting 287 electoral votes, Kamala Harris getting 251. So you may be thinking, okay, why? What happened? Why is Trump leading in the polling now in the Polymarket odds? Why is he leading in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina? Does this line up with the current polls right now that are being talked about? And yes, it actually does. When you go to the RCP average of all those top battleground states, every single state where Donald Trump is leading right now is leading Donald Trump in the Polymarket odds. And also every state Kamala Harris is leading right now is leading in the Polymarket odds. Trump is leading in Arizona, very close. He's leading in Nevada, very close. Harris is up in Wisconsin by 1 point, Michigan by 2 points. Trump narrowly is ahead of Harris in Pennsylvania, which is why in the most recent poll it flipped. And now Trump is up in that state in the Polymarket odds. North Carolina, Trump's up by 1.2, and Georgia, Trump is up by 1. This doesn't mean that's the same for the national vote. According to the national odds national polls, of Trump versus Harris, Harris is a 1.5% lead over Trump at 48.2 to 46.7. But when you go state by state in the contested battleground states, which is really what's more important, Donald Trump is now leading in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 7 toss-up states. And I think that's a reason why we saw the Polymarket odds flip, where Donald Trump now has a 52% chance to win. Kamala Harris is 47. This is still by no means a sure bet. This is a pure toss-up election. This will come right down to the wire. This will be very, very close. But it's just interesting to see the balance of power is now 52% in favor of Donald Trump, the Republican, to be president. The Senate is 72% to be Republican. That's gone up a bit. And the House is 62% to be Democrat. I believe that's actually gone down a little bit. But it's very interesting to hear that. Some things that could have also potentially played a role in this. The Democratic National Convention is going on. Maybe there's something that occurred at the convention in one of the speeches or something that maybe people felt would give Trump more of an advantage. Could be. There's also rumors that RFK Jr. may be dropping out of the presidential race and endorsing Trump. If that were to happen, that would certainly boost Trump's odds a bit, and that could be fueling speculation that maybe Trump will win a state like Pennsylvania, or lowering the odds in Michigan and Wisconsin, where, yes, Harris leads these two states right now, but 61-39, 56-44, you're starting to see the odds go down a bit, where this just might end up being like Pennsylvania, where maybe in a week's time, the states flip back to a narrow lead for Trump, still a toss-up, but a narrow lead for Trump, unlike right now where they have it as lead for Harris. So it's just very, very interesting. I'm not sure exactly what's fueling it. It could just be Kamala Harris's polling honeymoon, at least in the toss-up states, could be over. Go to the latest polls right now. There's a new poll out of Virginia where Harris is only up by 3. That could potentially send shivers. There's a poll in Pennsylvania that had Trump up 1. And, I mean, that shows a very close race, but that could be something. The New Hampshire poll, I don't think, has any effect on this. National polls, they all show Harris leading by 3 or 4 points, but Arizona, Trump up 2. Michigan and Rasmussen, Harris is only up 1. Pennsylvania, Trump up 1. So it's a very close race, but the odds now shifting to show Trump ahead is very interesting and something to keep an eye on for going forward. So that'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give this video a like and click subscribe. Share with all your friends and family. And a reminder to stay tuned because I'll be posting a video now until Election Day, every single day leading up to Election Day. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in a future video.